Hey, how's it going? Another day, huh?
Yeah.
So once again, the MBTA is shut down. And they never tell you what they're really doing, do they?
Signal upgrades and track maintenance.
Yeah, they've been doing that for the last 5 years. Signal upgrades, it wouldn't, honestly, it wouldn't take that long, but I know that. But
I mean, that's what they tell me.
I know that's what they tell everybody. It's easy to say it, but when it's being done,
I'm sure it's something like.
something else going
Well, I
on.
do know, like for the Green Line shutdown that's
Yeah.
starting on Monday.
Yeah, that's supposed to be for the signals.
Signals, and then there's so they have what's called the trough, which is what the cat area runs in.
Yeah, yeah.
On the top of the tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the one that's currently there is wood and hasn't been touched since the Roosevelt administration.
Oh wow.
And I'm not talking Franklin either.
Uh huh. Ma'am, just read the sign.
Ma'am,
Read the sign. You gotta hit the shuttle bus.
That shuttle bus is over there.
Yeah, I know. They've been saying they've been working on stuff for years, and I don't believe it anymore.
But, I mean, I
it.
saw the mortgage, like, so the one that they just did on the Green Line, or it was north of Park Street.
Yeah, yeah.
I saw them actually doing the work that comes from the
Yeah, 'cause that's the green line though. That's
Yeah.
different from the orange line.
Ours line, I don't know what the hell.
Yeah, the green. I didn't see what the green line is. The orange line, I'm kind of concerned because every other week or every weekend they're
Yeah, it's
shutting.
like every other weekend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're shutting it down. So
And then this one, I think this one has like caught a lot of people by surprise.
Yeah.
Because it's on a Friday.
correct. Yeah.
Whereas every other one's been Saturday, Sunday.
Correct. Yeah. And also, what happened a couple of days ago? A person fell off the doors. You heard about that, right?
Right. Yeah. And then you heard what happened at North Station yesterday.
Yeah, the person got pushed on the tracks.
Go watch the video on Channel 7.
I seen it.
Did
I
you
seen it.
Do
Yeah.
you see a familiar face in front of you?
I think so. Yeah. I think so.
I was completely oblivious to the camera.
It's all good though. It's all good.
I was like, because I was actually at our, I was actually going through there to our office to pick this hat up.
Yeah, yeah. And you happen to just be
And
there.
I just happened to be walking by.
It happens. I
Completely
mean,
oblivious
it's not
to the
your
camera.
fault that you got. You know, it is what it is. But let's see what happens.
Like, my boss texted me this morning, he's like, this you? My manager.
I seen the video though. I just see it. I'm just gonna walk around for a little bit. I want to see how long they're gonna fix these signal communications. Take care, my man. So once again, the orange line is shut down. They're running Yankee buses today. There's a bag that's always blocking this sign right here. I don't know why they always put the bag right, or the. I don't know if they're putting the sign behind the bag or the bag in front of the sign. So I mean, you typically you don't want the sign obstructed so you can see what it says, but I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I would tell whoever's putting these bags here to move them to the other side of the post. Would that make sense? Or move it down a little? How about this? How about we move it to the other side of the post? I want to do them a community service. I want to move these two bags to the other side of the post so the sign is not obstructed. And then next time I come here, I might find out who's putting those bags there. And it shouldn't be these guys, because they should have their own delivery somewhere else. If it's those guys, it's a bigger problem. If it's the T doing it, it's a problem too, because the T shouldn't be putting those bags there. There's no other business here that should be putting bags here. And if it's DCR, they should be taking their bags with them. So, well, you know what? Next time we're going to find out who's putting these bags here, because somebody's dumping on city property. Because why are those bags there? That's another question. But I came here to document the, people say don't say document, but I'm going to say document because this is my video. I'm documenting it. I'm reporting. I'm showing you what we see. That's called documenting. They say don't say documenting. Hey, I do my video my way. When you create your own video, you can do it your way. So they got Yankee buses running between Back Bay and Forest Hills. And that's what I'm doing. I'm documenting. I'm reporting. I'm informing the people of what's going on. See what the sign says over here. Probably So I think it's only two days. I think it's only Friday and Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. Shuttles to Forest Hills board here. So you want to go to the shuttle to Forest Hills. And like I said, they use the Yankee buses today. Maybe tomorrow they use regular buses. Not sure. And I was watching the news. I didn't hear any comments about Philip Ng about a very serious incident that took place Wednesday. Train doors open up prematurely of the platform. Platform is not there. From what I understand, it was the wrong side of the platform too, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong on that, but somebody was telling me it was the opposite side where the platform would be at. So two things happened. The train stopped prematurely before the station. I understand that, okay. But the part where the doors open up, now, there's a big problem there. Hold on a second. All right, sorry about that, guys. So, a lot of things happen with this orange line. One, we understand it stopped prematurely before the platform. That could be various different reasons. Maybe, I don't know, maybe he thought he saw something on the tracks. He or she saw something. We don't know. But the part that we don't understand is how did the doors open by themselves? Now, I thought they had safety measures that the doors cannot open unless the platform is present. Apparently not. Apparently they don't have those safety measures in place. So in less than 24 hours, listen to this very carefully, the MBTA ruled out that it was not a mechanical error. So if they ruled it out not being a mechanical error, I don't know how you did that in 24 hours or less. But somehow they went through every single car, every single door, every single connection, every single wire, every single switch, and realized it was allegedly operator error. Now, I don't know how you do that in less than 24 hours. NTSB did not get involved in the investigation whatsoever. There's only MBTA involved. How you figure that out in less than 24 hours is beyond me. It might take you at least 8 hours to go through one car alone. All the wiring, all the relays, whatever's in there, to check it out thoroughly, make sure there's no cross connections. I mean, for you to figure that out in less than 24 hours, you guys had to be very good. Now, in saying that, if you're that good, then how come the hell it takes you so long to wire the signals up? So you can't have it both ways. If you're that good to go through that car so quick, all 6 cars, was it 3 doors on each side? So 6 doors per car. 6 times 6 is 36. 36 doors. Wirings, clicks, relays, with the little actuators, all that kind of stuff that's in there. So you went through all that stuff in less than 24 hours. I don't know how you did it, but y'all did it. But yet you can't get the signal correct. That doesn't make any sense. So in saying that, you ruled out that it was not mechanical error, which, okay, it's not mechanical error. Now you're blaming it totally on the motorman. Because keep in mind, there's only one person controlling all doors now. There's one motorman that controls all doors. There's no second guy. So you're going to blame that all on that individual. So you're going to say he stopped the train, or he or she stopped the train early, opened the doors by, I don't know, by accident, maybe, I don't know, on purpose, maybe, I don't know. So now you're saying the driver did that on purpose. That's what you're trying to tell us. I don't know. Something sounds kind of fishy there. And there's no sensor that tells you that you're on the platform. There's no sensor saying. I read up some information on how the doors should work in this modern day. There should be an infrared sensor that tells the train and the platform have met together. And then once the infrared sensor is completed, now the doors can open. But if that's not there, And these are newer trains. Keep in mind, these are not the older trains. These are the newer trains that just came out almost 2 years ago. These are the new trains that just rolled out, Orange Line rollout. These are not the old ones where you have to, you know, stop at your marking point and then adjust the trains accordingly, then open the doors and close the doors. This was all new state-of-the-art stuff. So, I mean, somebody's gonna get involved. Like, NTSB should be doing a full investigation of all trains at this point. Every single train. If that happens, now obviously the operator's gonna say it wasn't his fault. So somebody's got to answer these questions now. Either the operator did it or the operator didn't do it. If the operator didn't do it, then all the fleet of Orange Line is going to be pulled back now, and until we find out a full investigation of what happened. And where's Philip Ng? People have asked me, where's Philip Ng at? No one knows who he is. So a lot of people don't know who this guy is. Like, that's bad. He's been in office about 3 years now. No one knows who the hell this guy is. I asked a lot of T employees. They have no idea who this guy is. They work for a guy that they don't even know who he is. I'm going to ask that question to a lot of employees of the T and see if they know where Philip Ng is at. I asked this lady on the bus right here, did she know Philip Ng? And she closed the door. But a lot of people don't know who Philip. That's my next question. I'm gonna ask: does anybody know who Philip? Civilians might know who he is. I don't expect the civilians to know who he is, but the workers who work for the T should know who he is. That's this gentleman right here.
On that side, there should be somebody with a high-vis vest on. Thank you. Yep.
A very difficult question. I know you don't have the answer to this question, but where right now is Philip Ng? Where is he at?
I have no clue.
Does he even come to work?
Like, I know where his office is.
But does he actually do work?
I don't know. I
Let's
have not seen him in person since my second day of training.
So that's the question. No one knows who this guy is. They don't see him. I never seen him. So even if I go down to the transportation building, I might not see him.
That's actually where I last saw him.
Yeah, but you won't see him when you go down there. So that's the question. Where is he at? and all this stuff is going on. The press is looking for him.
Well, they also got him as acting secretary of transportation for the state now.
But he's not a good secretary then because he's not active. All right, guys. Enough of Phil Ng. So Friday, December the 5th, Saturday, December 6th, Orange Line shut down. A lot of people are disappointed because instead of doing it on a Saturday, Sunday, they chose to do it on a Friday, Saturday. They said Sunday would be a lot quieter day than a Friday because Friday is everybody trying to get off of work. They picked one of the coldest days of the year to do that, which is kind of not thinking properly. They could have postponed that into another day. But other than that, T has once again been shut down from Back Bay to Forest Hills. Use shuttle bus. And I always said it for years, the T has major problems. They're soon gonna come to light. Like you're gonna start seeing what I've been trying to tell you guys for years. That they lack training greatly. They lack training in all areas. The people on the top should not be on the top because they don't know how to do the job. It's the workers that know how to do the job, but oftentimes you find the workers training the supervisors, which is wrong. And the supervisors don't give the credit to the workers for giving them the training, and that's not their job. Their job is to do their job. Their job is not to train supervisors who came in under a different administration. I mean, it happens all the time. People say, how do I know this? I talk to members of the MBTA on a regular basis. And that's how I know this. They say, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. They force them to do overtime. Now, somebody said they don't do that. They do force the drivers of the buses to do overtime. They don't voluntarily do it. They're forced to do it. One lady told me her brother works 6 days a week, 12-hour shifts. That's overtime. If you look at it, that's anything over 40 hours is legally overtime. So I don't know how you shuffle it and how you calculate it. A 40-hour week is a regular week. At least the way I was told anyway. Anything over 40 hours, it's overtime. You get 1 day off in the whole week, and that's not overtime. They may make it sound like it's not overtime, but it's not. It is overtime. Now, you guys, if you think the T is not doing, at least some comments and tell me what you think. Because I talk to a lot of employees at the MBTA, and they tell me this. They don't want to say it on camera, but they tell me exactly what's going on. There's sexual harassment. Much more than we realize, sexual harassment is happening on the MBTA. Now, somebody said, well, it happens everywhere. Okay, so what happens everywhere? But should it be happening on the MBTA? It shouldn't. So I don't care where it happens anywhere else. Should it be happening on the MBTA? So don't justify it because it happens everywhere else. It's okay to happen on the MBTA. No, that's not the answer. The answer, is it right? No, it's not. So don't tell me it happens everywhere else. I know it happens everywhere else, but is it right? So just because it happens don't mean it's right. So don't justify wrong is because other people are doing it. That's what I'm saying. So if everybody else is robbing the bank, so should I go rob the bank too because everybody else is doing it? No. Use your common sense. I mean, don't justify stupidity. Don't do it. So once again, the T is under a lot of scrutiny. Buses doing this run from Back Bay to Forest Hills. Train doors are open and people getting pushed on tracks. Debris falling on them, all kind of stuff like that, you know. More to come, a lot more to come. The T is not trained properly. The structure's wrong. It's top heavy. People are still stealing money off the machines. I don't know how they're doing that, but they're still doing it. Yeah, I don't know. Somebody's doing it. It's not there. And when you go to a change box and there's no change in the box, somebody took it out of there. It didn't disappear by itself. We're not going to talk about the other stuff. That stuff will come out later on. But just keep an eye on the MBTA. There's a lot of stuff going on out there that we don't know about. And the last question before we shut this off. Why the MBTA will not put a second person on the train? Somebody said they thought they solved that problem when the guy lost his life on the red line. I forget what station that was now. But he literally lost his life because he got trapped between the doors. Had there been a second person operating those doors, that train probably would never left that platform with that gentleman hanging on that train like that. Why haven't they put a second door operator on the trains with 4 cars or more? Or I should say, yeah, 4 cars or more. Because if it's 2 cars, it's okay to have 1 operator. You can have 1 operator up to 4 cars. After 4 cars, you add 2 more cars on the end, you need a second person to operate those doors in the rear because he cannot see everything. Yeah, you have cameras. Yeah, you have mirrors, but you need second pair of eyes. Eyes and mirrors are 2 separate things. They're not the same. A second opinion is better than a second view, if you know what I'm talking about. That's where job safety comes in, because now the other guy's not going to close the doors. He's not going to tell you to go because it's not safe to go. He usually rings the front and says, time to go. We can go now. But if he's not telling you that and you go off anyway, guess what? All the blame comes on the motorman, and that's it. There's no shared blame. You know what I mean? Now, if it happened on the last 4 cars and the doors open, now you can say, well, the door operator opened those last 4 cars. But if all 6 doors open at the same time, it's only 1 person to blame, right? You got it. All right, guys, I'm headed up out of here. Food for thought. There's more to come. Catch you guys on the next one. See these trucks right here? These trucks are designed to go on tracks with these rails on the front. I figure I throw that in there. So when you see trucks with those kind of rails on the back and rails on the front, they drive up on the tracks and they align those wheels on the tracks. Wow, that's not safe. He just made a right-hand turn on a red while people are crossing the street. That's definitely not safe. This guy's doing the same thing. That's not safe at all. The sign says no turn on red. And people, that's why those signs do that for a reason. That wasn't my point to catch that, but I happened to catch that while I was documenting those trucks. I mean, a lot of people do it, but if you're going to turn on red when it says no turn on red, at least make sure there's no pedestrians in the sidewalk or the crosswalk. Be safe, guys. Catch you guys on the next one.